The quiet after. The silence was the worst part. A week ago, this house had throbbed with a bass line Alex could feel in his teeth. Now the only sound was the hum of the fridge. He was grounded indefinitely. The ghost of a shattered antique lamp haunted the living room, and the cost of its repair was being garnished from his future for the foreseeable future. He had messed up, and the quiet was his cage. A notification pinged on his school laptop, the only screen he was allowed. It was his friend, Ben. "Dude, this is insane. My parents are going nuts too. I'm gonna talk to your dad. I'll tell him it was my idea to bring the speaker, that I knocked over the lamp. It's not all on you." Alex's fingers hovered over the keyboard. A spark of hope ignited in his chest. It wasn't all his fault. Ben had brought the speaker. Liam had cranked it. If Ben explained, maybe his dad would see reason. Maybe the cage of silence would get a little bigger. "Yeah," he typed. "You think that would work?" He stopped. He remembered his dad's face when he'd come home early. It wasn't the explosion of anger Alex had braced for. It was a quiet, heavy disappointment that had felt so much worse. It was the look of a man seeing a crack in something he thought was solid. The landline in the hall, a relic from another era, suddenly rang, jarring the silence. He picked it up. It was his sister, Chloe, calling from her university dorm. "Heard you joined the circus," she said, her voice free of judgment. "How bad is it?" Alex told her everything. The party, the lamp, Ben's plan to intervene. Chloe was quiet for a moment. "You know," she said softly, "Grandpa always used to say, 'Let sleeping dogs lie.' When you've kicked the dog and it's finally gone to sleep, the last thing you want to do is go poke it with a stick." Let sleeping dogs lie. The phrase landed perfectly. Ben, with all his good intentions, would be the stick. He'd just be making more noise, stirring up the anger and disappointment that had just started to settle. It wouldn't fix the lamp, and it wouldn't fix the broken trust. He walked back to his laptop, the decision solidifying with each step. He deleted his half-typed message. "No, man," he wrote instead. "Don't. I appreciate it, but just let it be. This is my mess to clean up." He hit send. For the next week, Alex worked. He didn't complain. He did his homework, mowed the lawn, cleaned the garage, and spent hours online researching kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing broken pottery with gold. He printed out articles and left them on the kitchen counter. One night, his dad appeared at his bedroom door. He didn't say anything about the grounding or the lamp. He just held out a small, heavy box. "Found this in the garage," his dad said. "Thought you could use it for your project." Inside was a kit for repairing ceramics. Their eyes met, and in the quiet space between them, a single, fragile bridge was built. The dog was sleeping, and for the first time, the silence felt less like a cage and more like peace.